Are you and your friends having a really hard time on Buried, making it to the high rounds? Well, stay tuned because I got the strategy for you. Me and my friends have made it past round 20 almost every single time we did this strategy. It's really easy and it's probably one of the best strategies I have seen on YouTube. Only thing you need is AN94 and the buildables, and George if you do not know how to make the buildables, and you also do need George to help you open up the map. But it's super easy and one of the best strategies I have seen on YouTube. You and your friends are not going to make it very far on Buried if you guys do not have a lot of money. So I recommend if you're playing with 4 players that 2 players stay up in the starting room, buy the MK14 off the wall, number 1 because it's good for points, number 2 because it's a good wall weapon, and number 3, it's okay for shooting zombies and killing them. But you want to stay up here until like round 8 because you will get a lot of money doing this. And you also want to stick with the starting pistol because it is very good for getting money. Especially if you get max ammos, it's really good. You just got to be careful what you do up here. But if you have 3 players, I recommend 2 players stay up here. 1 player go down and Buried and open up some stuff. Just some stuff, not all of it. If you're running 2 players stay up here, but I recommend 1 goes down before the other one. Like 1 goes down to the Buried map, goes like on round 6. And if you are 1 player, you stay up here until like round 6 because after like you need teamwork for this part of the strategy. And you guys are, if you guys are looking on the screen right now, you see this screenshot of me and my friend. We have both of us have over 10,000 points. And we used them points very wisely. We bought perks, we opened up the map, and we still had enough to help us with Pack-a-Punch. And plus, if you get too many points, by the time you get to like round 20, you can always put it in the bank and use it on a different map like Transit or Buried. But you really need good communication. So if you're the one of the 2 people, if you're playing 4, you want to go down into the underground part. And you want to get the truck drawing from the Remington 870. I don't know why you'd want the Remington on this map. You kind of want an AR or SMG. Something that's going to get you points at least for the first 8 rounds. And once you get the points from that, you should have enough. You want to open the first part of the saloon. Your friend, while you're doing the Remington stuff, should go over and open up some George. Actually, if you open up barriers with George, it will give you money. And I think it gives you like 200 if you release him and he opens up this first barrier. And the next bottle of booze is right next to me this run round. So then I have him open up Jug because one of the perks for coming down on the underground part is that you get to get Jug and you get the AN94, which are really good weapons and you will use for the rest of the strategy. And the zombie gets in the way and I shoot him and get points off of him. And if you are the person that's opened up George, you do want to kill at least 1 or 2 zombies to get the AN94. Or you can just get a nuke, like I did. But I have them open up the Juggernog, so then it gives me more points. And it gave me like 770 that time, and I opened up the couch to the second part of the saloon, so now we can put the AN94 up here. Once you have the second part of the saloon up, I really recommend you jump over on this part of the roof and you want to turn on the power so then you can get Jug if you have enough money, or if you just want to buy Jug, because Jug is pretty beast and you will use it for the rest of the strategy because Jug is just awesome. But then if you're the person that didn't turn on the power and didn't take Leroy out of his cage, you want to get the AN94 chalk drawing, and it's right here if you didn't know where the chalk drawings are. You probably all know where it's at. But you want to go up the stairs again. You want to kind of go where you went to go get the power. But you want to put the AN94 on this question mark. And it will give you $1,000. So the person who did put it down should be able to buy it. And the person that was doing the stuff and open up the map with Leroy, open this part of the map up and then kill off a few zombies. So then you will have enough to get the AN94. And then once Leroy opens this up and you have the AN94, you want to come over here by the witches and Vulture's Aid, and you want to just train, kill some zombies, and just make a ton of money. And the thing with the AN94, it's so good that you really don't need to buy the mystery box. I really recommend that you buy it only once, and get something like the FAL or MTAR or Type 25 and just make some money with it, you know. And AN-94 is just, it's the best assault rifle in the game, best wall weapon in Buried, and it's really good for making money, so you really don't need to get another weapon. I mean, I understand because of M1911, there's really no need for you to have it, but the people that are still up in the first room should have it just because it's good for them because of max ammos and it's just good for making money. But for you, you really don't need it anymore because you got the N94 and you can get a weapon that will help you later on. And the other person will want to train over here where by Leroy's Cage and Juggernog. And this is a really good spot too, but there is risers. Same thing with the other one, but the risers in this one can get you trapped pretty easy. So if you do train over here, I really do recommend you get Jug. Just because it's Jug and number 2, the risers will get you some time, especially if you're trying to get this humongous train. And even if it's round 2, you can still die. Remember that. You can't be cocky with this strategy. You gotta get your mind forward for it. But since the box is right there, I guess you can get the weapon if you want. But there's also all the question marks. So if you want to get another chalk drawing and get another weapon, I know people like to get the SVU and just use that and get headshots and get the perma perk that gives you a ton of money. And like I said, if you have extra money, just buy Juggernog, and you can also get the box. I think I got the hammer, and I used that later on, so I just saved it, and I bought Mule Kick and got a different weapon. After round 8, you want to have the most of the map opened up, and you want to start building stuff. And if you don't know how to build stuff on Buried, just have George do it for you. It's a good way for getting stuff built, and it comes in useful. So for this workbench up the stairs, you can have the head chopper or trample steam. It doesn't really matter if you put the trample steam or head chopper in the church or up these stairs, but you do want the turbine in the saloon. The turbine will probably use the most, and the turbine's probably the most useful. Same thing with the resonator. You want to have the resonator close by. You want to have the resonator in the courthouse because the resonator and turbine are the heart and soul of the strategy, and you will see why later. It's really cool. And you also want to have the trample steam or the head chopper in the church. It doesn't really matter where you put the head chopper or trample steam as long as they're in the church or up them stairs. This is a strategy in action, and as you guys can see, no way are the zombies coming through. And a lot of people like to huddle up and Jug, but that's kind of boring, and plus you have a way out if you do this one. And there's like no way the zombies are getting through. Another thing that comes in useful though is monkeys or a time bomb. Time bomb comes in really useful because then you can go back in time and stuff. But another thing that comes in useful is if you have like a different buildable than what you grab. See, like we are replacing each other's turbines, and then our other friend has a resonator that he'll put down if we need one. This is the second strategy, and it's in the church, but you want to have the AN-94 on the question mark in the church, and as you guys can see, I have the AN-94 upgraded, and it's just doing work. So things have changed. You can rather put the trample steam or the head chopper in the saloon. It doesn't really matter, but you have to put the resonator in the courthouse because it goes along with the turbine, and the resonator are the heart and soul of this strategy at the church. And at the church, you do want to have the turbine because the turbine, yet again, is the most used buildable. And up the stairs, you can rather have the trample steam or the head chopper. And let's see this strategy in action. Once you get the buildables all built, this is what you want to do. You want to have a trample steam and a head chopper by all the barriers, and you want to have a resonator and turbine by the big opening. But you do want to have a trample steam and head chopper, as you guys see on the screen right now. But see how there's a head chopper and a trample steam by all the barriers. I mean, there's no way the zombies are getting through. But it's always nice if you and a partner have at least an extra buildable, like a head chopper or a subsonic repeater. Well, subsonic resonator, that's a different thing. Or if you have a turbine ready to go, so if one of them goes out, you'll have another one to replace it. And as you guys see, them zombies are not getting through. There's no way in hell they're getting through that. And we made it pretty far. We made it to round 27, and then our host had to leave, so there was a host like the game ended because of there's no host migration. And of course, you guys do want to start shooting zombies just a little bit, so there's not too many coming in at the same time and wrecking all of your buildables. But guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you're new, subscribe. I will try doing some other zombie strategies on other maps. And if this helped you, leave in the comment section below, telling others to watch it. And I will see you guys all in the next one.